Hey, what's up everyone? This is Colby Cheese, and today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of a game called Archeblade, which you can pick up on Steam. It's a game that's currently in alpha or early beta, which is pretty fun to play so far. I want to give you an idea of what the game's all about and see if you want to check it out yourself. It's a bit of a mix between a third-person shooter and a fighting game, and there's not a lot of lore that I can find from the game itself, but by checking the website, you're able to tell that it's based loosely off of a graphic novel called Archeblade. Now, the game itself, it doesn't seem to be pay to win. I always check this out whenever I first try out free-to-play games. Essentially, it's with the league style, so you can go in and play the game. And currently, they don't have any features in the game to go along with like points or whatever for winning matches. I did notice that it said I was leveling up after matches, but you can't actually put points in anything or use level up points or anything like that. So obviously that is not currently done. We'll have to check that out later. For now, what they've got in the game is just the gameplay itself and the combat, which is actually pretty fun. So I imagine once they get a lot of the ranking and whatever else they decide to add to the game added into it, then it'll probably add a lot more depth to it. But for now, the fighting itself is pretty fun, so let's take a look at that. The free characters that you can play do rotate daily, or you can buy a starter pack which unlocks all of the 12 characters that they're going to have out. Now, there's currently no way to add friends in the game just yet, so if you want to play with somebody you know, you actually have to go to the network list, and you have to just basically find the game that they're in. They have to tell you in another chat program somewhere what game they're in. So that's not really great for playing with friends, and this is a game that you would want to probably play with your friends in. But there is also a quick match, and there's a lot of cool modes for playing by yourself that you're going to have a lot of fun with as well. Now, there are several game modes which they all have one map associated with each type. So let's talk about those maps real fast. There's a point-based 3v3 team match, and this one I really don't like. The map sucks. There's one spawn point, and it's a very small map with no real terrain that helps you out with the gameplay at all. So basically, people just run into each other's spawn points and just fight there. There's also a 4v4 last man standing, which is a bit more entertaining, and this mode is the terrain's a lot more interesting in this particular game mode. There's also a 7v7, I believe, which has you doing a capture and hold mode. Although I didn't really enjoy this game mode so much. There wasn't a lot of people playing it either, so I couldn't really get a full game. So I didn't play this one too much. Now, the last mode is actually the most fun and the one I spent most of my time in, which is a 1 versus 7 free-for-all. And the map that they did for this particular game mode is actually very well done. There's a lot of strategic terrain and teleports and little health pickups all over the place. So it felt like a really well done, I guess, like it felt like I was playing a Quake arena or something like that. So I was running around attacking people, and then I would be low health after a fight, and I would try and run, grab the health packs and the bonuses and things like that. So the game itself, the actual fighting and the combat is fairly simple. What they've done is they added some combos to the game, which are essentially just left click and right click combos. So you may left click twice and then do a right click for a finisher. Everyone's got the same setup. You left click once, you right click once, and that'll knock people into the air. And everyone has their different, speed and mobility. There's some characters that can dash around the field really fast, or other ones that will be able to just jump up in the air, or maybe do a jetpack and fly around. So there's all kinds of different mechanics that they've got on the characters, which are quite interesting actually. Some of the characters do feel very strong in comparison to others, which you can actually be seen by the people who play that character. Almost always are in the top of the leaderboards. Whenever you play the game for a while, you'll notice that there's this Lich character that is just able to completely destroy people. There's Rennie G, which actually is a lot of fun to play, but she's really strong. She can do way more damage than any other character, and it's very easy to land her attacks on people. So that's something they may look at later. Also, it could just be skill cap of players. You can definitely tell that some players are a lot easier to kill than others because there's a blocking system in place. Not a lot of people do use the blocking, but it is very powerful if you're able to block a large series of combos from a character, and then you can follow up with your own, and if they're not blocking, you're just going to tear them a new one. There's also extra damage if you're attacking people from behind, so there's a lot of strategy with trying to get behind people and do back attacks for that extra critical damage. There's also some special abilities that you can use in the game which get recharged over time, and some of these are not very useful whenever you're doing this free-for-all mode because they're team-wide buffs that will help everyone out, so you won't see a lot of people using these. But then there are really powerful abilities that can do certain things, like there's a character that can revive themselves upon death, which is essentially they don't die, and then another character can attack everyone on the entire map for literally like half their health without aiming, which is pretty damn strong in my opinion. I've seen people get like 3 or 4 kills at a time with this, and that becomes really ridiculous. And then there's some other ones that are like, they're okay and they just do a decent amount of damage, so pretty interesting overall. But I think the game's pretty fun. I don't know how long it's going to last as far as replayability is concerned.
Overall, some things that I would like to see in the game would be some kind of ranking system where you can go in and match yourself up with people that are skilled like you. Right now you can't actually see how many games you've won or lost or anything like that. It's literally just going in and playing the game and having a little bit of fun, but no real progression at the moment. Definitely could see this game being a lot better if some of the important features such as the friends list and other things like that are added into the game later on. But for now, it's a fun game to check out and play here and there. It's not going to set you back a giant chunk of time unless you just sit there and play all day, and in that case, hey, you like the game. But I'll probably do some videos later on so you can get some more insight into individual characters, because they're just they're too unique to show off in one video. So I'll have that out later. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'll be doing a lot more first impressions of other games later on, as well as more of this particular game. So I'll see you guys around for the next one. This is Colby Cheese. Peace out.
Chain kill. Archeblade.